Welcome back to Cutting It Up. It's your new favorite collage meets talk show. I am your host, Liz Groeschen, and today I am joined by Brent Eysler,
Hi.
street photographer, portrait photographer, really like the most knowledgeable camera person I know. Welcome, Brent.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. Are you ready to collage it up?
I guess, to be honest, this is the part that I'm actually the most nervous about. Like, I have no trouble with the conversation, but I'm like a little intimidated by collage.
Don't be intimidated. There's no wrong way to collage anything. I find whenever I am like feeling overwhelmed or intimidated with it, I just start cutting a shape or a person out.
Okay.
And then it like falls into place.
Cool.
Yeah. So I know you as a street photographer.
Yep.
Did you always want to be a photographer?
I kind of fell into it. I was in college. I needed to take an art class, basically. I took an intro to drawing class and a architecture class, just like randomly. And this one's cool. It says the space is always transforming.
Perfect.
I'm just stealing that. I like that.
See,
That's
there
a good
you go.
quote.
You're on your way.
There we go. I'm getting started.
You're a collager.
But anyway, I kind of just took these classes just out of like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I found out I could draw, which I didn't even know I could.
I didn't know you could draw.
Yeah, besides that, I mean, I draw in like cars and, and then I took an architecture class. I started sketching all the buildings I liked. So I was like, oh, maybe an architect. And I was getting really into that. And then it was like, I needed one extra class and it was a photography class. And I took that and my professor gave us an assignment where we had to find 100 photographers, look them up on the internet, just kind of find something that you like. And I made it to one. I found Henri Cartier-Bresson, HCB. I found his, on Wikipedia, found his work and spent the entire night just staring at his work.
Oh, cool.
And never looked at a second photographer. I came in, my professor laughed. He gave me his copy of The Americas and by Robert Frank, and after that I just got absolutely hooked.
On documentary, like right from the start.
Yeah, I bought a 51.8 and literally I was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for college, so I just started walking around the Park City Mall with a 51.8 and just started documenting people and things.
How many rolls of film do you go through in a year?
It varies. Like the last year and a half, to be completely honest, has actually been a little bit of a rough year for me. I just had like some personal stuff and work stuff, so I probably only shot about 30 or 40 rolls. But like when we were working together at B&H, and especially there used to be this little lab around the corner called Sunshine, and they would give me a discount, and B&H would give me a discount on film, so I was basically paying like 70s prices.
Amazing.
And it was awesome, and I used to probably like shoot like 5 rolls a day at that point. Like I was going through film like it was nothing.
When you were shooting 5 rolls a day, it was always in New York City. That's where you were living. Were you doing like a meditation or a study, I should say, on the same area? Or were you going all over the place?
I'd go all over the place. I mean, I like Fifth Avenue. That's like always fun. It's just an easy place. But it was mostly just on my commute. I didn't really like to photograph like where I lived in Brooklyn or like when I was up in Harlem. That's where I was before I moved out. My wife and I bought a house because I kind of felt like that was like somebody else's space. It didn't really feel like it belonged to me in that way. Brooklyn or like different parts of like Harlem, especially being that like I'm, a white cis male, and it's like I don't really want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So I always tried to keep that in mind. So I normally kind of shoot more in like the touristy areas or the places that feel more public. Because, to me, that was always something really important about it. But it was basically just on my commute. And then, I made a couple little ideas that I have that I'm trying to maybe eventually make into some books that are just recurrent themes. But it's really just kind of stuff I found interesting or like things that just caught my eye. Like I definitely, and then there were just themes and I was trying to think of how I could explain like my work, especially because like, between the street stuff and then also all the portrait stuff, it's like I think what it really comes down to is I feel like I have a need for storytelling. And I remember I read somebody was talking. I got a collage while I talk.
No, you're okay. I'm just piecing it together. You're right on time. There's no rush.
I remember I read something where it said that one of the human conditions beyond just like food, shelter, water, you know, life, one of the main things about it is also storytelling. Like that's just something that we all do. It's something that's really important to everyone. And to me, a picture should have questions. A picture should have things that just make you interested in it. They did a study with the Museum of Art in London where they said that the average person, I think, takes between 2 to 5 seconds looking at any famous work of art on the wall.
2 to 5 seconds.
That's it.
Do you feel
know,
that
if it's an amazing photo, well, if it's an amazing photo, a painting, it may be a little bit longer. But, you know, I'm thinking about it, it's like today especially, being that we're all scrolling and looking through,
so
like
fast,
it's even faster than that.
Yeah.
So like, what can you do? What can you say? What can you find in the world that's going to make somebody stop scrolling and give you that 2 to 5 seconds? Because at this point, I feel like it's almost hard to even get that. I look at the world, I look at things, and I'm just like, I want to see something that makes me think about it a little bit more.
Has your photography changed a lot since, like from when you started and we weren't on Instagram, not to date either of us?
Yeah. To be completely honest, I think I was probably a lot better back then.
You think so? You think it made us
yes
all,
and
like,
no.
better
I mean,
photographers?
I've learned a lot more of the technical side. I know what I'm looking for. I definitely, you know, I like my work now, but there was something about when I was going out there was no concept beyond just a voice in my head that I miss, that's hard to get back sometimes.
Do you shoot with digital at all, or are you strictly analog?
I do a little bit of digital. I have a couple of digital cameras. Like most of my portrait work is all digital, but like for street, it's all film. The main reason why is just the way that, you know, the way that I think and the way that my process is, it's like these rangefinders are just so good for that. Yeah, this one.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah. This was, if you guys can see how brassed up this is, this was actually brand new when I got it.
Oh my gosh.
So every single scratch on there is from me.
Amazing.
But basically, like the great thing about this is that it's always on, it's always ready. There's no batteries in this camera. There's nothing except springs and gears. So the second that I push the shutter, it makes a photograph.
Right.
Which for me, the way that I work and the way that I see things on the street, like, you know, I'm walking down the street, people are heading towards me. I'm already pre-focused halfway so that I kind of know roughly like between like 3 feet and 8 feet is going to be in focus.
Right.
And then I can just think about composition and just wait for that moment that I'm looking for.
Right.
You know, like you can see a couple walking down the street being really cute and you know that there's going to be a nice moment. I can be ready for that. And I'm not thinking about it. I'm not looking at a screen. The camera, especially digital cameras, for me, they always seem to like fall back asleep, like while I'm walking around. And this never falls asleep, so it's always ready to go.
Are people still surprised, like when they see you with an actual physical camera, and not only a physical camera, but an analog one that takes film instead of having a computer inside?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's definitely somewhat of a nostalgia, and people definitely are like, wow, that's film, or like, that's cool. But I don't know, to me, it's just a tool at the end of the day. And it's just really like, you know, I don't know, I just make the photos because I want to. And that's basically as far as I can think about it.
What do you do after you have gotten your film back from developing? What's your process like?
Oh, hey, Scorsese.
There you go. See?
Awesome.
Collage works in mysterious ways.
Guess I got to put them in there. I don't know. I mean, I look through stuff. I normally look at it and go, darn, that didn't work. Or, yes, that worked. I can't believe it came out. I have a little bit of a dark room in my basement, and I love that because it's like, especially when you get to see a photograph, actually. Where did my scissors go?
Lost scissors. This is a first. I love it. We'll find them. Did I pick them up? They're here somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I guess I could switch over to the
X-Acto.
X-Acto, yep.
But if we press down, I'm sure we'll find. You had the scissors when you started,
I know, I definitely did.
This is a first. So fun.
That's fine. I'm just going to cut out Scorsese this way.
I don't think they fell. I love that we lost a pair of scissors.
I love that it was me that lost a pair of scissors,
No,
too.
it's okay.
Just feels like something that I would do. I don't know.
There they are.
Oh, where?
I found them.
Yes. There they are. Nice.
Perfect. Crisis averted. The show must go on.
Awesome.
Okay, so you have a dark room in your basement.
But it's just, there's something magic about when you see that. And like you get it and or especially when you develop film and you look at it and you see the negative, even before you get it to the dark room and you see a negative and it's like, there's a picture there. Yeah. Like I did it, I made it. One of my other favorite cameras I have is this little Olympus. It's a half frame camera. And the coolest thing about it is that it has...
a half 35 millimeter frame? Interesting, why? Like does it
you get
shoot
72 shots on a roll. Okay. So it takes me like a year to shoot the whole thing, which is pretty funny. But
so it divides it.
It's vertical.
So it's like
yeah. So when you hold the camera this way, you're vertical, and when you hold it this way, it's horizontal. Actually,
okay.
Which is really fun.
Oh, do you ever forget?
No, you get used to it.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that camera, though, is you have to guess how far away the subject is because there's no way of telling for sure what's in focus. You have to guess what the settings are because there's no meter in it. And somehow or another, I almost nail it almost every single time.
What?
I don't know how. I'm always so amazed when I do it, but it's like, it's fun. And it's just, there's something about that. Like, there's something about that experience. It just makes me so happy when I look at that roll and it's like, oh my God, I got it.
Yeah.
Like, because there's something about that. Like, there's, I guess it's apt that I'm cutting out Scorsese because I think it's, what was it? Spielberg said, digital photography is an exercise of science. Film photography is a chemical magic or something like that. You know, which is just so true. It's like, it's so just something really weird and fun. And I don't know, I just kind of really enjoy it. Especially cameras like those. It's so imperfect and weird. Mm-hmm. And that's part of something that I just absolutely love. Like, I feel like especially today with like the iPhone and everything where it's like all these apps and like, you know, balancing colors and balancing, you know, doing like, I think the iPhone takes like 70 photos and combines them when it does certain photo modes. Oh. And that's how it like builds up the light and, you know, it makes things work even though
they shouldn't because it's the tiniest little sensor in there.
Yeah, but it's like, that's one of the ways it works. And it's just like, it makes these perfect photos. And it's like, there's something about the old school way of doing things. There's something about things that aren't quite sharp, that aren't quite perfect, that are a little blown or a little dark. And, you know, it's more about telling a story. Like, and that's what, I guess I just kind of looped around there, but it's true because at the end of the day, it's like, that's what's important. It's what's going to make somebody look at that photograph for more than that 2 to 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know, what is it? Like, it's not going to be a perfectly sharp, perfectly exposed picture of somebody's cat. The internet has 1 million of those already. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to be something that makes you... It's going to be something that makes you think. It's going to be something that makes you pause. It's going to be something that makes you wonder or ask questions or laugh or cry or somewhere in between. And if it doesn't do that, then it's not a good photo.
What themes do you find yourself revisiting?
The ones that I found, the couple of books that I'm kind of semi-working on that maybe at one point in time might actually come to fruition. Mm-hmm. Are New York in the rain, subway, and like commuting, because especially the subway, there's so many weird things that happen on it, and it's so much fun. And
so many characters.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite photos I ever took, it was Halloween night. There's a girl dressed like the Pennywise from It, and she's sitting there like with the balloon and everything, and right next to her there are like two extremely well-dressed, very proper New Yorkers, like on their way to like the opera or something. And it's just like stuff like that, just, you know, as I said, something that makes you laugh, something that makes you think a little bit more.
When you're on the subway photographing, how do you go about like permission, or does that just go out the window? My experience with street photography is more like travel photography.
Well, so from a legal standpoint, there's no expectation of privacy on the street. So what you're doing is on the subway. What you're doing is totally allowed, and it's okay. But more importantly to me, it's kind of like, as I said, like I didn't photograph a lot in like my neighborhoods because I kind of, to me, it's always like my rule is always to kind of treat people the way I would want to be treated. Like I don't want to take a photo of somebody on the worst day of their life.
Right.
Like that's just not something that I want. That's not the story that I want to tell.
Yeah.
I want to take a photo of somebody having a good day. I want to take a photo of somebody in a way that if they did see that photo later on, they'd be like, wow, like that's great. Or like, you know, like sometimes I will even stop the subject afterwards and be like, hey, you know, here's like, I took this great photo and like, I want to share it with you. Yeah, I've done that a few times. I don't do it most of the time, but there has been some moments where it's just like, I know it's going to be there. And I just feel like I have to share that.
Yeah, that's really nice and generous of you.
Yeah, I even actually used to have a little Polaroid with me that I would do that too.
Oh, great.
Sometimes, so that way, like if I took a bunch of photos, I would also give a bunch of photos.
I did that when I was traveling quite a bit, would have a Polaroid with me or one of the like zero ink printers.
That's the main thing to me though, is that like you have to look at it and you have to do it in a way where like if you're sitting there and you're thinking like, what I'm doing is wrong, I'm being like, you know, then you're not gonna make good photos, and B, that's not the way to think about it. The way that I think about it is, this is a photo that this person would like if they knew they were in it. So to me, I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm smiling, I'm enjoying them, and it's also like, my favorite photographer is Elliot Erwitt. What he's most famous for probably is all of his photos of dogs.
Okay.
There's that photo of the woman sitting on a stoop where she's got like a bulldog in her lap and it like looks like it's her head.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that one?
No.
Okay.
I have homework. I love getting homework. No, whenever somebody's like, I think that you know this, and then I don't, and I'm like, oh man, I should know this. This is great. But I'm learning.
The way that Erwitt saw the world, the way that he like looked at everything, there's something that he just looked at, and he was just looking at the human condition and just being like, we're funny. There's something
we are funny.
Weird about us. There's something quirky. There's something just enjoyable. And there's something that, if you don't look for it, if you're not paying attention to the world around you, if you're just sitting there thinking like, God, my job, or God this, or God that, you're not going to pay attention to the world around you. And for me, street photography, or even when I'm lighting and telling stories with through cinematic lighting and stuff like that, it's all about just showing that world and just that little glimpse of, those moments where I can be Elliot, where I can look at the world and just be like, there's something funny about this. There's something romantic. There's something that just makes the world feel like a smaller and a bigger place all at once. And that's just the magic that I want to have in my work. So that's kind of the way that I think about it. And if you're thinking about it that way, if you're looking at the world and just being like, everything's fun, then you're going to have fun. And people, even if they see you, they're not going to react in a way that's negative. Yes. They're going to react in a way of like, okay.
I want you to take my picture. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the way that I think about it. And that's the way that you have to act. And if you can do that, everything's great.
Aside from that, if somebody wanted to take up street photography, what other advice would you give them?
Just get a camera.
Just go.
Yeah, just get out there and go. The world is literally a playground. Like, that's what I'm trying to remind myself, and that's what Elliot knew, and that's what Richard Cavalier knew, and that's what Robert Frank knew, and that's what all of these people whose work I admire and who I look up to knew. And that's what you got to remind yourself, and that's what you got to look for, and just go out there and create, you know? And it doesn't matter if it's for Instagram or for likes or for, you know, finding those 4 seconds. It's something that makes you think first. And that's what I was saying, like, that's the part of when I started that I kind of miss, and something that I'm still forever chasing and hopefully gonna find again.
Yeah.
It hides from me occasionally, and then you gotta find it again.
Everybody. Do you have like a go-to when you do feel like it's hiding, but you want to get back into it? Do you force yourself to go out and take pictures? Do you go to a museum for inspiration? What's your go-to?
Museum for inspiration is always definitely a good thing, and I would totally recommend that to anyone. You know, I think you can learn a whole lot more in 20 minutes at the Met than you can anywhere else. There's a video that Zach Arias, do you know him?
I know the name. Why do I know the name?
He was a photographer, did a lot of workshops. He did this video called Transform.
Okay.
That's all about like creative burnout and just getting yourself going again. And that video for me, like anytime when I get into a rut, it's something that I'll watch again.
I can find it on YouTube?
Yep.
I will look into it. I love a good motivational video.
Yeah.
It's like a TED Talk. As the commencement speech.
Yes. Commencement speeches like, what was that one? David Foster Wallace's. Did you ever read that one?
No, but now I'm going to add it to my list.
More homework.
More homework.
It was called This Is Water, and it's phenomenal.
Okay.
You'll really like that one too.
All right. I feel like I need to start committing to gluing.
Yes.
How are you feeling? How are you doing?
I got sidetracked. Feel a little all over the place tonight, but this has been fun. Yeah. Ooh, cool. That's a weird one. I like it.
A good one. And this is Robin right on cue saying it is time to glue, Liz.
Yes.
And I'm not great at gluing, but I'm going to. I can do it. Is the Met your favorite museum to go to?
It's up there. The Met, Whitney always has some good stuff. And I don't know, other than that, I just, you know, I have a whole collection of photo books, and I have a whole collection of just art that just makes me happy. That's what's important.
Is it hard for you to walk away from a photo book? Do you just acquire them? Because I love acquiring art books and photo books.
I made a rule for myself that the only time I'm allowed to go to the Strand is if I'm on a bicycle. Because if I'm on a bicycle, I can only fit like maybe one book in my bag. Otherwise, I will just buy like half the store.
Yeah, it's so easy to do there. I love going up to the second floor and just seeing where the wind takes me.
Yeah, the second floor or the rare books room. I mean, that room is even more magic.
I have to admit, I have not been to the rare.
No?
No.
Oh,
I feel like a bad New Yorker. I mean, I don't consider myself a New Yorker quite yet, but I need to go. I'm going to put it right on. It's right there up with my homework, I guess.
Yes, the rare books room is a magic place.
I think it's because of the elevator, you know? Like
it's intimidating.
Yeah. I'm nervous about the elevator. What do I do when I get off? It's like going to a penthouse, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to know that it's my first time there, that I don't know where I'm going.
It's beautiful up there, though. There's so many. It's amazing the stuff that they have. And it's just a fun space.
While we're wrapping it up,
yeah,
where can viewers find you if they want to see your work?
Yeah, so Instagram, my name, so it's Brent_Eysler, and then the word street.
And photo books forthcoming.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, so one is New York subway. The other one is New York in the rain and snow. So that one was going to be called Inclement. I'm working on a book on mannequins, actually.
Okay, yes, I like
mannequins
this.
in the windows.
Yes.
I love that. And that's another one of those. I like to shoot those with a really wide angle lens. And I also refuse to use a polarizer because I want those accidental reflections.
Yes.
And so those are another thing where it's like when they come out, yes, I got that.
Yes.
Like, that's really cool.
Brent, I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I too have lost my scissors.
Yes. So it's not just me today.
It is not just you.
Awesome. Let's see if we can find them.
I don't understand. This is
Oh, here they are.
a phenomenon. Are you working on all of the photo books at once, or are you focusing in on one at a time?
It's a little bit all at once. It's just kind of like whatever I find and wherever it takes me. Like, I don't want to go out there too stuck on something. Like, you know, I've tried to teach myself that. I tried for a little while to be like, I will only take a photograph if there's like more than a couple of layers in the photo. And then I just found myself like not taking as much.
Yeah.
So it kind of went back to just, you know.
Too many parameters.
Yeah. Like, I think there's a lot of creativity that can be found within a box sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
I
because
agree.
you have to work around that.
Right.
But there's also no need to really put yourself in one if you don't have to at sometimes as well.
There you go. All right. I'm ready.
You're ready? I guess so. Cool.
Boom. Ooh, I like it. There's you have lots, like you've picked all of the great artists in this.
I know, I
feel
found
like.
that. That's why I was just kind of like, oh, I saw it. Yeah, I saw everybody and I was just like, I have to do this. Like, there's just something about that. And then the 2 quotes I found were just both like really special to me. So it's the space is always transforming. And then the last one that I just saw was everything I do in my personal life is literally to make sure that my mental state stays above the water. And
doesn't that speak
like
to everybody right now too?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
Brent, you are officially a collager.
Nice.
As well as a photographer. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I did want to do one other thing.
Yes.
So one of my other favorite cameras, and you guys will see this if you look at my Instagram, is this one. This is a wide lux. So it's an old panorama camera, and the lens actually swings this way back and forth.
Crazy.
It's really fun, but it takes 140 degrees. But the cool thing that I did to this one is I modified it for landscapes for street, but it also means that it can now take selfies.
So do you want us to turn this way so then you can take a selfie if it gets the
Maybe we'll do
set.
both real quick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, let's see, look that way. Probably, let's say maybe f4 at 125th. I have 800 speed in here right now.
We'll see you next time. I'm Liz Groeschen. Now it's your turn. Go cut something up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So magical. And now this way?
Yeah, just for a safety shot.
I've never seen this camera before.
No, I had this one when we worked together.
I'm sure you have like had it.
Your turn. That's the button right there. Yeah.
It's so like deceiving because it
And your
looks
thumb's
closed.
gonna be in it, so try and hold it a little lower if you
Like
can.
lower?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ready? Let's go for it. Yep. Awesome.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a selfie of myself with my phone that's not here.
Cool.
And then Rob and we can start